Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna go over my EOSE trade today. This was a YGS setup. This one was a bit tricky um, because of a few things, and let's take a look, right? So, it meets all the criteria, right, to be a potential YGS. Over 10% gap, um, gapping over $1, and over 1 million pre-market volume. So. I wasn't too excited about this one because you can see that, it made a move pre-market. It dumped quite a bit and then it pushed again over pre-market highs and then dumped again. And you can kind of see the price action in the morning was also pretty trappy. It was very choppy. It was up and down, up and down. So this was not really a favorite that I wanted. I really wanted IINN, but the look hits were just too expensive on that one. So this was kind of the only other potential. But once we got to move back up to the highs of one in the 170s, um, at that point my risk was you know 10-15 cents away from my stop, and your potential reward is all the way down to maybe to 135 or so. Um, so the risk to reward was great on this one, because we're well above the opening price, and this is kind of, it tried again and it looked like it stuffed. So I was like, okay, it's trying 3 times. Every time it pushes a dump, so we might get another dump here. Um, that considering is a cheaper locate, and the risk to reward is pretty good. So if I had lost, I would have lost minimal because I wasn't, I was well above the opening price. And if this one were to worked out well, I would have made a lot. So I decided to just take the short there, and as you can see, it's stuffed and just kind of dumped. And this was a more or less it ended up being a much easier trade. Um, I didn't hold it into target just because of overall price action. This one is very choppy and trappy, and I just didn't want to overstay on this stock. So I was like, you know what, I'll just take the quick trade and move on, and come back tomorrow for potential, um, you know, I guess more of a full type trade. So um, once we got the dump back down to support around 150, I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna cover. It did go down lower, another 10 cents, which would have been great. That would have been a big move. Um, but took 166 down to 150, so I still took like 9% on it or something. So it's basically a 10% trade. I didn't hold all the way down over the 135, but again, I didn't think I could get there because of the morning price action was quite trappy. But still, I guess this is a more of a tricky stock, and it was more of a. I mean, statistically, it's not a gamble, right? Because statistically, this is gonna work out. But to me, in the moment, it felt more of a gamble because I just didn't exactly have high conviction that I would get this trade. But I'm glad it worked out. And that's about it.